get the spanking spoon right now if you don't say yes, sir.
I do believe everyone deserves a spanking sometimes. I spanked my wife, Renee, with a wooden paddle. I'm not ashamed of what I did.
You want another one?
When Renee and I got married in 1988, there was only 3 rules. The first rule was no name calling. Rule number 2 was sex anytime I want it, anytime she wants it. That's biblical. The only time you can say no is if you both agree and because the other person wants to spend time in prayer and fasting. Rule number 3 is that you can say anything you want to me as long as you're respectful. Renee broke all 3 rules. She was narcissistic, and because she was addicted to power and control, her behavior was atrocious. She was as disrespectful as she could be on purpose, trying to get me to do something wrong so she could record it and then use that against me later. I knew she was setting me up. I didn't care at that point. I just needed change because the emotional beating I was taking, I was really done with.
You've diagnosed her as a narcissist because you looked it up online.
Well, I thought the Mayo Clinic was pretty reputable, and she did take a test. It was not through the Mayo Clinic. She was 77%, I was 55, and it really humbled her. I mean, for a day, she was absolutely beautiful. If I could get her at that state, if she could walk a humble life, she will be the most awesome woman to be married to.
I find an inconsistency in what you just said and what you have said to us and to others. You just said that you believe that she has a narcissistic personality disorder, but then you also said that what you were doing was, quote, spanking the demons out of her. She either has a narcissistic disorder or she's demon-possessed. Which is it?
I never said she was demon-possessed. There's a ministry that said that when you spank a child, there's a scripture, I haven't found it, but it says to spank the demons far from them. I did think that what she was doing looked very demonic, but I'm not an exorcist, nor am I don't know what a demon looks like. I will say that it very much startled me to see how she was acting, her facial expression.
So you didn't Google demons, you just Googled narcissist. You say you don't know what demons look like, but you do know what narcissism looks like.
I didn't even know what the word meant, and a friend of mine told me that his wife was narcissistic, and I said, what's that word mean? And when he explained it, my eyes opened up saying, oh my gosh, that's my wife. So apparently a professional, he said a professional told him his wife was narcissistic. And so he actually had diabetes, and when she left, that went away. So I've kind of had the same issue with gout. I had gout throughout the last 10, 15 years.
I consider what you're saying to be beyond reckless, but here's one of the things you said. You said, quote, I consider writing psychological universities to tell them spanking worked on narcissists because counselors kept saying there wasn't a cure, but the paddle seemed to work. So let me get this right.
I did say that.
You diagnosed her as narcissistic because you looked it up on the internet and she sounded like your friend's wife. Then you spanked her with a paddle and she quit behaving narcissistically. So you were going to write universities and inform them you had found the cure for narcissism.
No, I wanted them to study to see if by chance that could be a key, because I did call psychologist about the narcissistic issue, and he said no one will be able to help a narcissist unless they want to be helped. And so when she hit me with her fist, and I warned her 4 times, and then she mocked me for flinching, I thought, God, you do something here or I'm going to spank her behind. Next time she attacked me, I grabbed her by the wrist and took her to the bedroom, and I whacked her butt with my hand 3 hard times. I said, don't ever hit me again, and she's never hit me since. What conclusion would you come up with?
Oh my God, you don't have the time. Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.